So instead of buying a drone, I decided to build one from scratch. No autopilot tricks, no AI, just pure manual control. And if I mess up, which I will, you'll see, then it's just a learning experience. Most people just buy a drone, press a button, and it flies. But there's a lot more going on than people think. So instead of taking the easy route, I wanted to actually understand how drones work. In this video, I'm going to show you what a Pixhawk flight controller is, how I built this drone from the ground up, and what it actually takes to get this drone in the air. At the center of the build is the Pixhawk flight controller. It runs on Autopilot, which is essentially the brain of the drone. Even in manual flight, it's constantly reading data, stabilizing the drone, and adjusting motor speeds in real time. Every tiny input from the controller gets translated into hundreds of corrections per second. So even though I'm technically in control, the Pixhawk is doing most of the work. To build this drone, I started with the basics. The frame, brushless motor, ECS, power distribution, Pixhawk flight controller, RC receiver, GPS mod. Everything connects back to the Pixhawk. Power flows from the battery through the power distribution board and out to the ECS and motors. The Pixhawk sends signals to the motors to control speed and balance. It sounds simple, but getting all this wired is the tricky part. At one point, I wasn't even sure if I had everything connected right, and with something like this, one wrong wire means nothing works. So let's get into the build right now. Once the hardware is done, the real work starts. I use Q ground control to configure everything. This is where the drone comes to life. First step is installing the firmware. This is what tells the drone how to behave. If this step fails, the drone does nothing. After that, I had to calibrate all the sensors, accelerometer, radio controls, and the compass. Honestly, this part took way longer than I expected, especially the compass calibration. If that part is even slightly off, the drone could drift, spin, sometimes not even arm. This is where a lot of people give up, understandably, because everything looks right, but I guarantee you 99% of the time, maybe I shouldn't say 99, 70% of the time it's because of the compass. I tried to focus more on manual flight holds like stabilizing and altitude holding. Even though these are considered manual, these modes help keep the drone stable and controlled. Without them, flying would be nearly impossible, which it still felt like it was. You'll see that later. I'm really bad at flying drones, so it's kind of a mix between manual control and assisted stability. First time you arm the drone is a big moment. It means the wiring is correct, the firmware is working, and everything is finally talking to each other. Getting it to arm consistently is a different story. I don't know about everyone else, but when I flew this, I had to constantly press the switch and disconnect the battery, but hey, it flew, so I'm chilling. The most frustrating part of the process was troubleshooting. Trying something, testing it, and figuring out what went wrong. So now everything's finally working, and it's time to take it on this first test flight. Now, I ain't gonna lie, first time I flew, I crashed it and I broke the compass. But it's alright, because we got super glue. But the second flight is where it all came together. Building a drone from scratch completely changes how you see them. It's not just flying something through the air, it's understanding how it works. I want to build an autonomous drone next, but give it specific tasks. Just don't know what yet. I'll think of something. If you want to see more videos on follow modes or autonomous flights, then subscribe. Follow me on my socials, because why not?